Can we just appreciate the Bangtan TV YouTube page right now? It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh, the proof is coming. We are only a couple days away from the anthology album drop, having new songs, a new video. That I'm sorry, my mind is really scrambled these days. Super exciting, and this is the week of Festa. So and this is the week they just got back home from the White House and speaking on behalf of anti-Asian hate crime bills. This is huge, huge stuff, huge moments. It reminds me as a Dynamite Army, you know, my first comeback was B, except for I didn't associate really as Army yet. There was something really magical about them and I couldn't quite figure it out, but I immediately fell in love with the album. But it was still like right after that I became Army and realized all of this is a really big deal and that I had been lovingly pulled into something far bigger. For me, so far the biggest thing I've experienced, well, Festa last year was a big deal for me, and it's a big deal for me this year. I'll get to that in a moment. What all has been happening right now with the album drop and Festa and the White House all kind of at the same time reminds me a lot of last September. The guys were at the UNGA, they were at the Met, they had traveled for the first time in almost 2 years. That was huge within itself. And we're dropping actually the new song My Universe with Coldplay. It was just this overwhelming moment of pride and love and enjoying it and community. So the guys spoke at White House several days ago, and 2 days ago the video was released by the White House. I have not watched it yet. This is where the full explanation comes into place. Oh, hi, if you're new here, my name is Ashley Sue, and here we talk about midlife mental health and BTS and how these things come together. Mostly what we talk about is BTS. Loving BTS sometimes makes me want to cry anyhow. And you guys, if you've been here for a while, you've seen that. Sometimes I'm just overcome with how special they are and how magical they are. And I'm like, right now I'm looking at the 7 of them lined up in front of a bullet shot up vault. And I see pure love in each of their faces. Even there with the all black and the cold lighting and the vault. And the faces of just resiliency. Resiliency, love is resilient, right? Survival, that is love. And so sometimes I get really overcome just experiencing them, and then to be really proud of them and to see the things they accomplish and how they represent themselves, how they represent Army, how they represent the world, how they represent being a human. Puts me in a really emotional place, and I actually worry that I burden you guys with being emotional. So knowing that they already tend to put me in that place, if I'm in a place that's extra emotional in my own life, I often feel like I have to mitigate experiencing emotion. Is that the right word? I'm trying to constantly put just a little bit of distance between me and completely falling apart. So 2 days ago, the video dropped of them speaking at the White House, which I know is going to be emotional. But 2 days ago also, my husband took the kids and left for a week for an annual family vacation that the extended family all goes on. And this year I did not go. It's a very full circle moment with this being Festa. It's a very full circle moment. Last year during Festa, I didn't know Festa was a big deal. I didn't understand how like a band's debut birthday could be that big of a deal. Everything was still really new to me as an Army. And I was at that lake trip. I was at the family lake trip last year during Festa. And my husband and I were not getting along. And when we were talking, it was largely fighting or just trying to like figure out logistics of taking care of the 2 kids or figuring out what to feed them. And I just felt crushingly alone, and that was not the first year I'd felt that way. It's just the worst year I felt that way. So Festa was dropping, and every day was like a gift from the guys, seeing glimpses into their past and little things that they were sharing with us as a thank you of celebrating another year with them. And that felt really special. And then I was getting my very first messages from some of you, from Sue and from Sharni, and just how special it was to be able to, through DMs, communicate with a couple of you for the very first time and feel not alone when I was amongst my most feeling alone. Well, this year during Festa is the lake trip, and this year I'm not even on the trip. It's gonna sound really dramatic, but when you actually feel like divorce is imminent, when you actually feel like your marriage, everything you kind of felt like you knew was coming, finally is falling into what feels like the worst place and spaces. It feels like you're not going to survive getting to the other side of that. I am going to start a podcast where I delve more into life and self and spiritual growth and development, and it will still have a BTS focus because you know as an ARMY it's impossible to talk about things without it turning into a conversation about BTS. But that way this channel will continue to stay focused more on, yes, these conversations also, but also on actually partaking in the music and the videos and them at the White House or wherever they go next, wherever they've been before, and taking all of that content in. And I am going to watch the White House stuff later. I'm not going to start with that because I'm probably going to cry. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I won't cry watching them, but I probably will. Let's just be honest. However, they have dropped 6 dance practices from their very early days. We're going to feel all the things. We're going to do that. But for now, we're going to watch some dance practices. Do you guys have Spotify? I pulled up Spotify last night and it did this whole, it wanted me to do my hashtag, my BTS proof or something. And it has you kind of either fill in or it fills in for you what your BTS anthem is based on what you've listened to for the last year and what your newest BTS song is that you love and what your all-time favorite BTS song. Anyway, I had fun filling out. Tomorrow is my newest. So when I was deep diving, still about this time last year, like just deep diving into their discography, because every time I thought I'd discovered all their discography, I'd find more. It was wild. And one day I had a playlist on. At the time I had Spotify set where when it got to the end of the playlist, it would automatically start playing similar things that I might like. I've changed it since where it just keeps playing my playlist. It was at the end of the playlist and starting to play other songs that I might like. And there was this moment where I was like, the earth is shaking. What is this song? I have not heard this before. And this is definitely my men's voices. Why don't I know this song? And the song was Tomorrow. And it's because in the discovery of my discography, I entirely left off the entire album of School of Affair. Can't explain that. Maybe because I had a thing at the time against boy band concepts, and School of Affair sounded so boy band to me. Let's do 2 of them. Today, let's do Butterfly and Am I Wrong? Oh, quick blurb here. I was just talking about Spotify. If you've never had a Spotify premium account before, and I need to double check this, but regarding streaming, because as ARMY, we're going to need to stream smartly. Billboard changed rules on how to get charting, and they did it specifically to attack BTS and other artists like them, to make sure it stays very Americanized, and to make sure that payola companies are the ones that stay in the top 10 consistently. So we're gonna have to stream smartly, like incredibly smartly, in order to get the guys in top 10 again. That said, I have read many times before, and I'm gonna do some more research in the next 24 hours and let you know what I find. Premium Spotify accounts and premium YouTube accounts, each stream counts for more than if you have one of the free or ad-based accounts, like 4 times more. Like it would take, if you have a free account that you're watching on YouTube or Spotify, you have to watch the video or song 4 times with music in between, supposedly, in order for it to count as one stream for the charts. However, if you have a premium account, every stream counts as one stream. So you get a lot more bang for your money. Anyhow, if you've never, ever had a Spotify premium account before, no, I am not sponsored. This is not a discount code. I am not affiliate. I am not an affiliate. I'm far from the only one, I'm sure, saying that I could send, because I am a premium holder, that I could send 2 months free via link to any of my friends who've never had a Spotify premium account before. If you've ever had one under that email address, under your current account, you are not eligible. But if you've never had one before, please send me a DM on Instagram or Twitter, and I will send you a link. You will have to use your credit card to sign up for it because they automatically bill you at the end of 2 months for the 3rd month coming up if you don't cancel in that first 2-month period. If you are interested in having a Spotify premium account for the next 2 months for free, again, hit me up. I will send you a link that should work if you've never had a premium account before. Your streams will count really well for Bangtan. If anything I've said is wrong and you know this to be wrong, please leave a comment below. Let me know, because I'm gonna make a video in the next 48 hours also on streaming smartly. We'll start sharing each other's playlist below, and yeah, proof is coming. Okay, so for now, let's watch. Yeah, let's do Am I Wrong and Butterfly. I didn't know there were performances of that. Obviously there'd be, right? Because of tours. I mean, not that they perform choreography to every song they do, but you know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm just kind of taking them all in here with their little tied on name. Look at that little cow lick over there. Oh my god, I want to squeeze them.
Am I wrong? Falling in love with you. Tell me, am I wrong?
Look at that cow lick. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm distracted by his hair. Ah! Ah! Good god, he's cute. Ah! Oh my god. Yoongi! Yoongi's just like owning my eyeballs right now. And then J-Hope comes on. Ah! J-Hope. Damn it, V. Damn it, V. Ah! Ah! Oh my god, why are they so cute? I do not sound intelligent. I do not. Ah! That was like a save me move. Why am I so into this? I love the walk thing. Oh. Oh. Woo! I am so underappreciating Jin right now, over there with his lovely pink hair. Ah! It's cause Jimin and Suga and Tae's face. JK is like such a natural athlete in everything he does. I feel really bad. I did not show enough love right there for Namjoon and Jin, because every time I'd start to, one of the other ones would just... What is that with Hobie right there? And why is it not surprising? Let's find Butterfly. Now, let me think. The way they're set up right now kind of reminds me of the Japanese choreography for I Need You. I mean, not that choreography is Japanese, but you know what I mean, right? Videos for the Japanese version of I Need You and Run. And both of those are intensely choreography-based. Why can't I speak right now? Both of those are intensely choreography based. Or this also reminds me of the choreography for I'm Fine. Is that when they did like the shifting? I don't need to guess, I can just hit play. This song, I listen to this song at least 10 times a day. That was beautiful. And see, this time, Jin and Namjoon have stolen all my attention. They're like anchoring everybody until then. Oh my god, that middle three. The maknaes. Damn. Damn. Wow. I gotta stop saying damn. Sorry. Wow. The intensity on J-Hope's face. Oh. How did I think I would hear the song Butterfly and not cry? His little swagger that always comes out. Oh. Oh, J-Hope. That was a very fluttery leg. The flutter leg. Oh, is this the same album that the Save Me is on? Can't remember. Oh, Tay. Oh. This is really beautiful. It feels so open. I just want to point out here how underrated of dancers the non-dance line is. The underrated dance line. Looking at the video list, Save Me came out after Fire. So the reason I'm trying to figure this out is because Jin doesn't look like a super comfortable dancer quite yet. Please do not understand me in saying that I'm saying anything negative about Jin whatsoever. I am not. That man is incredible in 150 million ways, and I love Jin. He is like an anchor for all of our men. He's the ultimate Hyung, right? Can you see it? Do you know what I'm talking about? He is working so hard. Oh man. J-Hope looks fly. He looks hot. Right here. I mean, you can really see. I don't know how to explain it. You can see Jin puts in so much. Why can't I articulate this? Do you know what I'm talking about? Does anybody have a clue what I'm talking about? Or do I sound like I'm insulting him? Because that is not my intention. I felt like Jin really came. The reason I keep bringing up Save Me is I feel like Jin really came into his own regarding comfortable level of like a total confidence in his dancing around Save Me. In that video, he is fluid. But like, look at Yoongi here. Yoongi is so comfortable dancing, and he is so underrated as a dancer. Which reminds me of, like, you go back to the American Hustle Life days, where they kind of were giving him flack for... Yeah, the guys were really giving Yoongi a hard time. And he even then, like, called them out and said that he is comfortable dancing, and if they weren't careful, they're gonna make it sound like they were Chris Brown or something. Like... Yoongi's a very underrated. Tae never gets called out for being dance line. The comfort level that Tae, the confidence in his body movements and the sensualness with which he moves. He may not be... Tae may not be like what we think of as a dancer. Look at him. He has such a confidence in his sensuality, in his movements, strength, fluidity, more so than I can speak apparently. And then Namjoon, when he's like in his element, he's really in his element. Dang! And you know, I do realize that these two videos we just watched, I have said like nothing about Jungkook. In fact, I'm not even sure if I've mentioned his name until just now. It's really easy to take Jungkook for granted when we're talking about vocals or dance because he's so easily talented at both. Again, if you haven't watched something like American Hustle Life, you should go back and watch those things. I'll be starting Rookie King soon, which I've never watched. But to actually see them in their first couple years around debut, and to see that even JK wasn't as great, that raw talent was there, but like he wasn't just born perfection. He was born with that ability for perfection, and you can actually see those first few years. You see when they're on different shows, you can see moments that almost kind of trigger JK into like self-competitive mode, which is, I mean, they've got so much charm. I mean, just look at that collection right there of thumbnails. Has any fandom ever in the history of anything on any planet in any universe ever been as blessed as we are to experience that beauty and that love and that playfulness right there? And I'm gonna wrap up here by talking for a second about Permission to Dance. Clearly the guys right now for Festa are giving us, and pre-proof, we're seeing things that tie in together. You can't talk about where they are now and wherever they're headed, which I have so many thoughts on. What's coming after the anthology drop and what's coming after Festa. I will not talk about that. I've been reluctant to. Yeah, we can't talk about where they are now and why they're where they are now and where they're moving forward. I don't just mean success-wise. I mean who they are as men, as humans, professionally, creatively, without talking about where they started, which is actually long before debut even, and without talking about this last year. This last year was so huge, and it continues to hurt me, burden me, realizing there are two things I will not follow on social media. If I find a reactor or YouTuber or person who calls themselves ARMY who wants to desecrate the beauty and specialness of what Permission to Dance Era was, then I got no use for you at all. Bye. And if you don't follow all 7 of the guys on your socials, then I got no use for you. This is a tangent here. If you pull up on Instagram, okay, that's super sexy. Sorry. I can't pull up Instagram without it being like a landmine of sexiness and humor and love and crying. So thanks to the guys. I started noticing, well, if you're on Instagram, guys have different follower counts, and by a range of like 8 million. So that means about 8 million more people follow Tae than follow Namjoon. That's like nutso to me. Well, when you pull up any of the guys, you'll actually see this little area here where it says followed by, it'll mention a couple and then the number. Well, I started realizing on, this is one day I found an extraordinary amount of time to go through this. Actually, like I had more people who were following, I think Jimin and Suga than anybody else. But then I was like, who am I following that's following some of them but not all of them, and why? So I started going through. My brain luckily works this way, but I was able over the course of, I took about an hour until I could weed out who I was following that was not following OT7. And I was actually shocked because the people who I weeded out, a few of them were actually just solos. Like they would only pick one member and follow them. That bothered me and concerned me. But what really bothered me was when I would find people who I was following who were following either 5 or 6 of them, but blatantly not, like one person just wasn't following Tae. OT7 all the way. Permission to Dance Era. That era brought so much joy and so much love and so much hate, but at the same time, so many new fans. You know, it's just truly all encompassing. And speaking of Permission to Dance Era, again, if you need a link to 2 months free premium Spotify, it will work if you've never ever before had a Spotify premium account. Also, I made photo cards for Permission to Dance that I took to Vegas. They're supposed to look like poker cards. They are cut to the exact size of poker cards. You know, kings. Oh man. Kings of Hearts. Anyway, I know some of you got to go to the concert and I was not able to catch up with you there. The next concert, we're making it happen. Like, I don't care if I have to Uber a wheelchair to carry me places. I'm going to see all of you. We're gonna do this. But anyhow, if you went, or if you just went online and you got to watch the stream, if you want some, also hit me up in the DMs and send me your home address. I want people to have them who love Permission to Dance Era. So tell me your favorite part of Permission to Dance Era. On that uber babbly note, I love you. God loves you. BTS loves you. We know that because they continue to just shower us in love. They want you and me to love ourselves. And these men continue to reinforce that, even though it's something they have to work through. I'll shut up now. I'm gonna go ahead and watch the other 2. Let's do this, and God bless you. I hope you have a really beautiful day.